You're watching Caught in 4K.
An NBA sharpshooter allegedly turned his own rebounds into a betting slip. Malik Beasley is now under federal indictment for allegedly fixing his own statistics in his own games so his buddies could cash in. And he's pleaded not guilty. Let's back up. Malik Beasley is a 9-year NBA veteran, a career three-point specialist who's bounced around the league, Timberwolves, Bucks, and reportedly the Pistons were about to hand him a 3-year, $42 million deal last June. Except that deal got complicated the moment news broke he was under federal investigation. Yeah. Bad timing doesn't even begin to cover it. Beasley's also earned nearly $60 million in his career, but according to court records, he's been evicted from a Detroit high-rise over unpaid rent, and a judge ordered him to pay $1 million to his former agency over an unpaid marketing advance. The indictment itself claims he lost millions gambling during his career. So the picture prosecutors are painting isn't a guy who needed the money to survive. It's a guy who allegedly needed the money because he couldn't stop betting it away. Now the case. Federal prosecutors say Beasley and 5 co-defendants, including former NBA player Ed Davis and an NBA agent, ran a scheme targeting at least 4 Bucks games during the 2023-24 season. The claim: Beasley agreed to manipulate his own stat lines, specifically rebounds, so his co-conspirators could place profitable prop bets. The indictment lays out wagers totaling more than $75,000, with net winnings of at least $121,000. Prosecutors allege Beasley got bribes back, often used to pay off gambling debts he owed, to Ed Davis, his former Timberwolves teammate, who prosecutors say acted as his gatekeeper in the scheme. There's a text cited in the indictment from Davis to Beasley: "Only way you can beat Vegas is sports betting. We can make some good money." Prosecutors allege that ahead of a January 26, 2024 game against the Cavaliers, Beasley told Davis he intended to underperform on rebounds. He finished with 3, under the betting line of 3.5. The scheme allegedly also targeted games against the Hornets, the Clippers, and the Nets. And in one of those, prosecutors say Beasley damn near pushed teammate Pat Connaughton out of the way to grab a rebound in the final second, allegedly to hit the over this time. And folks, you can literally watch this one. After the indictment dropped, fans dug up the footage. Final seconds, game already decided, and there's Malik throwing himself all over the court after one last rebound like it owes him money. As one writer put it, forgetting every basic element of playing basketball. Commentators saw hustle. Prosecutors allege it was a transaction. One more board, and that 3.5 line cashes. And the internet wasn't done. Fans dug up a clip from his Timberwolves days, 2021, Clippers up 9, game basically over, and Malik takes off coast to coast at the buzzer to cut it to 7. Meaningless points unless you had the Wolves against the spread. That play ain't in the indictment. The internet just keeps receipts. That boy workin'. Now, an indictment is not a conviction. It's a formal charge saying prosecutors have enough evidence to bring the case to trial. Think of it as the government saying, "We believe we can prove this." Not a verdict. Beasley's attorney, Steve Haney, put it plainly: an indictment is not proof of guilt or evidence. It is merely a charge of probable cause. We maintain Malik's innocence of all charges. Davis and 3 other co-defendants were arrested. Beasley's team coordinated a voluntary surrender instead. And on July 1st, Beasley stood in Brooklyn federal court and made it official not guilty. He walked out on bond the same day. As for what's next, this plugs into a much bigger, uglier pattern. Beasley and Davis are reportedly the 5th and 6th current or former NBA players named in federal gambling indictments in just the past 2 years, following cases like Chauncey Porter's and Terry Rozier's. And Davis actually backed off the alleged scheme, according to the indictment, right after news broke that Porter was under investigation. The NBA says it's reviewing the indictment and cooperating with authorities, with a league spokesman noting Beasley last played during the 2024-2025 season and Davis last played in 2021-2022. The U.S. attorney called it out directly, saying schemes like this erode the integrity of American sports and victimize the sports-watching public. Beasley's next date is already on the calendar: a status conference in Brooklyn federal court on August 6th. And with multiple co-conspirators already flipping in related cases, this one's going to be worth watching very closely. Every case, Every charge, every update. We don't miss. Caught in 4K. This story was reported by ESPN, NBC News, and ABC News.